Get Heavy Podcast, hosted by Craig Casamas and John Scheimer.
So Matty's
this is for
right now.
this is for the Patreon.
That's Patreon.
Dude,
do you have a tour story that you want to give?
I do.
Let's hear it.
I have it saved.
Start it now while you're taking a pee and holding your dick in your hand.
All right, so this is a No Say tour because I put out, that was the fifth, their first album was the fifth release on Challenge the Throne.
Okay.
So 2013, it's their first European tour.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought I was going to have some responsibility to some point. I had none. They had a European driver. Like, the dude sold the merch.
Went?
I just went.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, totally.
Good for you.
And the only city we were going to stay in for more than one night was Berlin. We had an apartment. It was a pretty sick ass spot.
Mm-hmm.
In like this Lebanese part of town.
This is in Berlin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'd never been to Germany before. And we were all just fucking amped. So every night we found this local bar called Mathilde, this tiny bar. And us American jackasses, like, they played all the music through YouTube. And so they would, like, we would go and pick the music when we'd go in. And so the first show happens. No Say plays with this band. They were confused for No Say. Like, people thought they were the skinhead band called Noise! Exclamation point.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there is a confusion there.
Yeah.
I've seen that in other bands' shit. You know what I mean?
Right. So, I mean, there's like a bunch of people at the first show, and it was fucking good. It was like, is this like what Europe's like? Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
And these three women come up to us after the show, and they're like, let's hang out. Like, we want to go to this gay bar. You guys want to go? And we're like, yeah, that sounds good. Like, hop in our van. We had no intention on going to this gay bar. Our driver just drops all of us off at the apartment. We're not at the gay bar. And we're like, let's go to this bar, Mathilde. Like, we're friends with the owner. Mm-hmm. We go, and Brian and Josh, I don't have any fucking money. They're like buying these girls drinks and stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, even ratio, 3 girls, the 3 of us. Eric and Carter stay back because they've got like the room, and Brian, Josh, and me, we're gonna like stay in the living room. And I tell Brian, I'm like, dude, I think they're lesbians. Like, I don't think there's a
I don't think we're fucking tonight, dude.
Yeah, you bought a lot of drinks for 3 people. It ain't working out, dude. And Josh is like conked out on a fucking table, like, boom, just like passed out. And Brian's like, oh, whatever, man. And then one of the girls, her name's Andrea, she comes up to me and she's like, dude, your friend that's asleep, he's like super cute. I was like, oh, well, maybe I was wrong or whatever. And so I was like, yeah, he's been talking about you all kinds. Like, go see what's up. She wakes him up and starts making out with him. Like, he's like, he doesn't know what's happening. They're making out. They're like kind of like going all over the bar and stuff. The other 2 women are definitely lesbians. Right. And we're like, okay, let's go back to the apartment and hang out. And the girlfriends, they're like, oh, dude, like, we're taking Andrea back. We're getting out of here. Right. Andrea's like, no, I want to like go back to the apartment with them. And we don't have any booze there or anything. I'm kind of out of like what to do. Mm-hmm. And Josh is falling asleep, like walking back, and so Andrea, there's nothing to do. So we have like the lights out, and Andrea lays down between Josh and me. And then I try and like kiss Andrea, and like I like get under the covers and I take her belt off with my teeth. And she's like, dude, I'm not French enough for this situation, dude. And I'm like, oh man, like I was trying to insinuate a menage a trois with like I was trying to get a threesome with Josh all passed out and shit. And then so the basement, they gave us a tour of this apartment when we first moved in. The basement used to be the endpoint for a tunnel that went between East and West Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
And so like they said, oh, they sealed up the tunnel. Someone got shot in the basement, like escaping, and they sealed it up ever since. And Brian's all drunk and he's like, we got to give them privacy. And so there's a staircase, like you have to move some furniture and open up this door.
Mm-hmm.
And he like throws my sleeping bag down the stairs and his sleeping bag and our pillows. And he's like, we're going to sleep in this basement tonight.
No way.
Yeah. And I pinned Brian up against the floor, against the wall, and I'm smacking him. I'm like, dude, we are like, wake the fuck up. We're not doing it. At this point, Carter comes out and he's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, why is the fucking tunnel open? And like, what's going on?
Oh my God,
dude. Yeah. And so I'm about 30 seconds away from finishing the story.
Take your time.
So like, I feel all fucking bad. Like, oh shit, Daddy Carter's out of the room. Like, okay, for real. Like, everyone go to bed. All right. And so Brian falls asleep between my legs with his fucking like head on my chest. And I'm next to Andrea and Josh again. But like lights are out and like Josh and Andrea are like, they're kissing. I can hear it. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to sleep. And then I hear kissing, and then I hear like some like a zipper, and then I'm like, okay, whatever, like, I can fall asleep. And then I hear something that's like not kissing. I'm like, all right, I'm like starting to get a boner in Brian's chest. I'm like, all right, what, everyone up, like lights on. Brian, wake the fuck up. You're sleeping over here. I'm sleeping on the floor.
Totally, dude. Yeah.
So no menage a trois, but
amen.
Hey, I tried.
I was honestly hoping your tour story is going to be about you getting a hand job from Mariah Carey at Guitar Center.
Oh shit, dude! You mean the week after? Dude, Channy all called her.
Yeah.
Well, I did not count on the fact that like I didn't know who from Annihilation Time she had hooked up with like the week before.
Who cares?
She's like straight edge.
Yeah.
And but she had a 24-pack of Coors.
No.
And she's like, oh, Annihilation Time left.
She took you home of all the people.
Of all the people. Hey, dude, I skateboarded a mile to get there, dude. I was all my effort. It was all my effort. She's straight edge. It was my first time hearing Bolt Thrower. It's like, yeah. Man, a black woman named Arian, or her name's Arian or Ariana or something. Like, yeah, in Buffalo.
Yeah, let's save that one for another podcast. But it's fucking,
please get me back on again.
Man. Yeah,
get me back on again.
Yeah. Well, all right, brother. I love you, man.
Love you too, dude.
All right.
Catch you.
So